check this, right? Since my boy Kanye dropping them things, right? I like the whole joint about friends. I mean, it kind of take you back to the old type of Kanye, right? And the other joint he had, Facts, I actually like it. You know what I mean? Like if you're dropping an album, you like when artists talk about the situation that they're going through. You know what I mean? I like it. It's just one of them tracks. He's talking about how he feels and all that. And Kanye's always been the type to talk, to not hold nothing back. You know what I'm saying? So most people don't like it. They say, hey, nobody wants to hear you, you know, talking about Jumpman, Yeezy jump over the Jumpman, blah blah blah. But you want an artist to tell you about what's going on in his life and all that. You know, that's one of those tracks. It's not your favorite, but it's one of them tracks in there. You know, hopefully he makes other shit that people could relate to. But other than that, I have no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem with it. But just keep giving us like things that people could relate to. I mean, that's why the J. Cole, Kendrick, that's why all them dudes, I believe they still holding their fan base is still holding them up and all that, because they always gonna stay relevant, because they talking about stuff that people could relate to, everybody could relate to. You know what I mean? Like when J. Cole dropped in tracks about being in college and all that, Kanye did the same thing. A college dropout. J. Cole got them things talking about him interacting with a certain female, and then he's sitting there fronting, acting like he been fucking and shit. Yeah, I mean, all them tracks, you drop things that people could relate to. They could be like, yeah, that happened to me, or you know what I mean. Like people is gonna fuck with it. But I'm making this video to talk about why back in the days when Kanye was on his Yeezus, talking about he is a god and stuff, people used to tear him up for that. And I just want to talk about it because, well, everybody was going crazy. Oh, he's crazy. Oh, this and that. You have those Illuminati folks talking about, oh yeah, he worships the devil. He sold his soul. This and that. Look at him talking about he's a god. He's the devil. Blah blah blah. But check this out, right? If you read the Bible, you believe in the Bible. Kanye is an artist. Majority of rappers, they always use similes and metaphors, right? Comparing themselves to a certain thing, saying they are that thing or whatever. Now, if you were to get a chance to see through the eyes of Kanye, right? Be like one of those, be a fly on the wall or something. Experience his life. See life from his point of view, basically, and then compare it to what you believe in the Bible. You'll be like, oh, that's why this guy been talking about he is a god, right? Because he has things that happens to him that he could find them in the Bible. He could find them in all those stories talking about how Jesus this, Jesus that. Like if you're an artist, you selling out arenas, you selling out stadiums, like packed. People are everywhere you go. People show up, and in these stadiums, everybody knows. Like you look at the audience. You look at the audience from like the perspective of the photographer or the artist, and you see it's like a sea of people, right? It's so many heads, and you sitting there looking at that, like you feel small because you're one person looking out into the audience, and you're looking at how packed it is. and then you grab a mic and you say, wave your hand like you just don't care, and everybody together start waving their hands. Or you like put the rock in the air and everybody's throwing their rock up, right? Like Kanye, like you sit there and say that, and you see everybody doing that. You go to the next state, packed, same scenario. You say, wave your hand, everybody's waving their hands, and you start rapping, and everybody knows every word that you're saying. You take it, you put on some throwbacks, like tracks from way back. Everybody knows the words, right? Now you jump into the whole religion thing. Religious people, they know like every verse in the freaking Bible, right? And what is it? The Bible is the word of God, right? So people know these words. Well, you look at the amount of work that Kanye put out. Every album, you could look at it as like a different what's it called? A different damn chapter or whatever from the Bible. They're like the same. Now every track, that's a different verse or whatever. Like they're all the same. You know what I mean? People know all these verses in the Bible. All the fans of Kanye know every verse he ever put. Don't you start to see the similarities? You start to understand, oh, that's where he's coming from when he sits there talking about he's a god. You have that type of influence on people. You done drop how many albums, mixtapes, and everybody knows every word. You on the stage, you saying it, and they know it before you even close your mouth. Just like you go to the church, the preacher starts saying a couple of verses, and everybody's finishing it like they know it by heart, right? You have that aspect of it, and then you have the whole thing where he's able to he has such an influence on people. He could tell them what to buy, right? That's why nowadays he's going around with the whole Yeezy thing. Yeezy jumped over the jump, man. He, as a rapper, he puts out a line or whatever of sneakers, and everybody's copying it. Everybody's copying the shit like it's like Patty's what you wanna call it, Patty's pie. Like that shit is selling out. As an artist, a rapper, like that doesn't happen. Usually when rappers and all that try to jump into this other industry, they don't receive them that way. You know what I mean? Nobody wants you to be taking over everything. But he's selling out shit. I remember he did an interview where he said in the interview, I think he had problems with the whole Nike joint, when he was like, "Oh, I'm this great guy, blah blah blah. Here's why people should be afraid of me." And he was like, "Hey, every African American person, don't go shopping at this mall and this store." Right? Why did he say that? He said that because he knew he had such an influence on people. He could say certain things and people will go with it. Right? If you're on stage, you go into all these different states, the place is packed, it's sold out, and you're sitting there telling people, turn off your cell phones. They all do it. You tell everybody, stand up. Remember he had that incident where he told everybody stand up, and that handicapped person was still sitting down, and he's handicapped, and everybody was looking at that kid like, yo, he said stand up, why you still sitting down, you this and that. You know what I mean? Like, he has that type of influence where everybody could do what he says. He knows that. He feels that. Now you look at the Bible, Jesus, whatever God says, do this, do that, everybody do it. Right? He has almost that same influence on people. Right? Like when Jesus would go around, people would do anything they could just to see him, just to touch his robe. It's the same thing today with artists, with celebrities. Kanye will go somewhere and people will go crazy just to meet him. You go out somewhere, you gotta shut the place down because people is gonna bother you. They gonna be like, "Can I take a picture with you?" Oh my god! Like how many times we've seen on TV people like kids they touch a celebrity and they're like, "Oh my god, I touched it! He touched my hand!" And it's like, bruh, it's just another human being just like you. But to them, it's like, no, that's another person. That's not even another person. That's like people be like, "Oh, he touched me. I'm not gonna wash this hand. I'm not." You know what I mean? Like people go crazy for you to just sign something. You telling me you getting treated like that? You're not gonna sit there and scream out, "I am a god." You feel me? Like you're gonna scream out, "I am a god." There's no way you get treated like that. You're not gonna start to believe, especially when you know of the Bible, the history of the Bible, the history of Jesus or whatever. Like you're not gonna sit there and see the similarities. You're gonna be like, wait, yo, I'm getting that same treatment. You know, Jesus goes somewhere and people think just coming in contact with him, their life will change for the better. Isn't that the same thing that goes with Kanye and other artists out there? Like people run out like, oh my God, it's Kanye. I gotta give him my demo. I gotta give him my mixtape. Why? Because they know, give him the mixtape. If he might like it, he might sign them. He might have hired them as a ghostwriter or something. Their life will change. They'll be making money. So they'll do anything just to run up on him, to touch him, to come in contact with him. The same way they would do like in all them stories in the Bible where people would come up, touch him, thinking they're gonna get healed and all that. It's the same idea. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember them talking about, oh, he went to Paris and he went into the pond or whatever it was, some type of water. What was it? What was it? I forgot what it was, but he jumped in the water performing and everybody there jumped in the water too, and all those people was like, oh, that's Illuminati, he's baptizing everybody, this and that. Well, yeah, if you look at it like that, you're just giving another example of another reason why he should feel like he's a god. He has this following. He's making these people come in the water too. Like all he has to do is walk in the water and everybody follows him because they want to come in contact with him. Like how can the God not feel like he's a god? Answer me that. Look at how he gets treated, how he goes about things, how much influence he has on people. I'm telling you, that's why a lot of artists, people will be like, oh, they're arrogant, they're so cocky. But it's like, how can you not be cocky when you go around, you on a stage, the place is packed, and every word you sat and wrote by yourself, you have the whole stadium repeating it, word by word. Like, you telling me you're not going to feel cocky? You're not going to feel like you're running everything? You're running shit? You say something, and then you have Twitter. The amount of followers you get on there. Right? Followers. Jesus had followers. You know what I mean? Like, the disciples. Like, you have other people around you that you teaching to do things the way it's damn near godlike. If you're religious, it's godlike. So when the guy sits there and says he's godlike or he is God, he calls himself Jesus. This is where he's coming from, but nobody sees it like that. He's an artist, right? Like when people sit there, I am the shit, right? Like nobody sits there and says nothing crazy. Like when he says I am God, I am Jesus. You know what I mean? It's because of that. And then you had Jay-Z calling himself Jehovah. That's you feeling like God. That's the same thing. Like Jay-Z did it, Kanye did it. When you get up to a certain level, it's just like nobody's touching you. You just go on a track and everybody's going crazy. They want to get that track. the desire people have to have you around and all that shit, like you're gonna feel like you're a god. You're gonna feel like you're special. You're gonna feel like you're better than everybody else. And that's where I think he was coming from. But everybody took it and started going all crazy. Oh, he's Illuminati. He's this. He's that. He's blah blah blah. Like things are gonna change when the situation in your life are changing. Things will change. Like you will see another aspect of stuff that you never seen before. Yeah, before he was famous, he was humble. He was whatever. I don't know if he was really humble, but he was the way he was. He's still that way. It's just now he's in different situations, different settings than before. So he's gonna talk about those situations. He would have never called himself Jesus when he was still making beats for Jay. He would have never been doing that. But now he got up, his status elevated. He's doing all this stuff. People are going crazy to see him, touch him, buy his merchandise. Some kid came up in the airport and said, "Yo, he asked him, will you throw them shit away if I give you one of these? If I give you one of the Yeezys or whatever?" It's just like, and the kid's like, "Hell yeah, I'll do it." The kid spent his money on them shit. He tells the kid to throw it away because he'll give him this. And the kid said, "Yeah." How can you tell me the guy cannot say he's a god? Like, come on. That influence, everybody had that influence. Jay had it, Tupac had it. All these celebrities, once you get up there and everybody is going crazy for you, you're gonna feel like that. You're gonna feel like you have so much power. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Tupac, they was like, oh, he started getting gangster and all that shit when he's not. That's why, because he had so many people willing to do anything he says. But that's just something that always happens to celebrities when you get that amount of influence. You know what I mean? Like people going crazy over you like that you start going and acting like this. But that's where the guy is coming from. But everybody's going crazy. Oh, he's this. He's the devil. He's blah blah blah. No, he's not. See things from his perspective. You know what I mean? Just try to be Kanye for a day. See how shit goes. Like people will be like, oh, he's throwing crap like cameramans, paparazzi and shit. Like yo, you wouldn't like it if somebody was to be in your face 24/7 with a freaking camera, like taking pictures of stuff. Like, bro, you want your space. Everybody wants their privacy. You try to take a picture of let somebody a stranger come up to you and take a picture of you. I guarantee you, your ass is gonna be pissed off. You can be like, whoa, why are you taking pictures of me? What's that for? Blah blah blah. It's like when you become famous, it's just like you want a little peace of mind, man. You just want to be left alone once in a while, right? But celebrities, as soon as you become a celebrity, that shit is gone. But when you start, rebelling against all that shit, people are like, oh, he's crazy. It's like, let the guy be, fall back, man. But I went on my Kanye rant for a little too long. My shit is never less than 10 to 20 minutes, yo. Yo, subscribe or whatever, share it. You know what I mean? Do whatever. If you agree with what I said, whatever, leave a comment and all that. Peace.